really enjoyed working, on both my Tamil films. Kala was a lovely experience working with Rajni sir. And if I can say this very modestly, I think it will be one of the biggest action films that India has ever seen. And it really is a pan-India film in that sense. I think it has something for fans all over the country. तो मेरे साथ काला में हुआ था actually because मैं जब गई थी तो मतलब I had gone normally, and I remember we had gone there to see the film. But when I left the theater, suddenly I got surrounded by so many people, and some of the ADs and all were there, and then they somehow quickly got me into the car, and I was like, oh my god, like. I'm in the middle of shooting for Maharani 2, so as soon as I finish promotions for Valimai, I'll get back on set, and I think March we finish filming, and hopefully by summer this year, Maharani season 2 will be out.
Huma Qureshi, welcome back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much, Faridoon. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good, very good.
All right. So, Huma, tell me, you have been dabbling with so many mediums, be it OTT, be it international films, be it in a way offbeat films, what is supposedly called, and you've also been part of some mega films like, say, for example, Kala is one, and now it is Valimai. How do you dabble with various emotions before the release of any of these films? How does the context changes?
Well, the emotion is still the same, butterflies in the stomach. Before any release, I think as an actor, वो nervousness तो आपको हर project के साथ होती है. चाहे कोई छोटी सी फिल्म आपने की हो या कोई बड़ी फिल्म की हो या कोई सीरीज की हो या कोई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म की हो, क्योंकि I feel as an actor आपको काम तो वही करना पड़ता है. You have to go learn your lines, do your role well, and then you wait with anticipation for the audience's reaction. Did I do well? So it's almost like we do an exam with every release. So for me, like honestly, size or scale or genre or country does not matter, or region does not matter. I think for me, the nervousness is as much with every release.
Okay, but say मैं थोड़ा सा question घुमाता हूँ. What does box office mean to you?
Box office means the ability and the power to choose your next project better, I feel. For me, like, see, हम लोग जब कोई काम करते हैं, मतलब, for me, I've always maintained this, like, we don't make films just for ourselves or for 2 or 3 people, in our family, because I think whatever I do, my mother will love it, because I'm her daughter. But we make films for the larger audience, and the more people watch it, the more that means your work is appreciated. So box office definitely is important, and because I've been part of some successful films, I think I keep getting more and more work. और अगर आप मतलब वो फिल्में सक्सेसफुल नहीं होती तो आपको काम नहीं मिलता है. So I think it's quite fairly simple, and I always have loved the big screen experience. So, and I'm happy that I've got the opportunity to be part of some really amazing films.
So what I'm saying is, have you had experiences that you've landed in Chennai, for example, and people are just shouting your name, or maybe there is some temple of Huma Qureshi in Chennai or somewhere in Tamil Nadu?
I would love that.
Has that yet happened? It's a good thought, right?
पहले बात करते ना, but yeah, it's a good thought. It's a good thought. No, I really enjoyed working, on both my Tamil films. Kala was a lovely experience working with Rajni sir and with Ajith. And Valimai has been beautiful. Ajith sir and Boni sir and H. Vinota director. तो मेरे साथ काला में हुआ था actually because मैं जब गई थी तो मतलब I had gone normally, and I remember we had gone there to see the film. But when I left the theater, suddenly I got surrounded by so many people, and some of the ADs and all were there, and then they somehow quickly got me into the car, and I was like, oh my god, like to see the first show with the audiences and the fans screaming and like really sort of cherishing the film, that's a really special and a very, very surreal experience. I hope to go back to Chennai and watch Valimai with the fans and with the audiences in that mahal. I think it's quite special. I've never experienced anything like this. मतलब I think पहले तो कुछ dialogue सुनाई नहीं देते. People are just like, the kind of euphoria is just unimaginable. I'm sure you must have seen all those videos that.
Yes, we have. Have you had an experience that someone has sent you a video that there is some milk abhishek happening of your cutout or something like that?
no, not yet, not yet. But yeah, my film posters have been garlanded and all of that, and I think today we released uh, uh, the action promo.
Okay, so tell me the social media experience as far as Valimai is concerned, because the movie started in late 2019, and it took a bit of time in just making. I believe 40% was complete before the lockdown set in, and then the patience game must have followed after that. So how was that particular experience of 2 years, where the fans are asking the likes of Kamala Harris or Ashwin or Moeen Ali that where is Boni Kapoor hiding? Where is Boni Kapoor missing? When is Valimai poster coming out?
No, no, Borisa is very much around. He's very much here. He's very much working very hard to put this film out there. But to be honest, it's been tough. It's really been tough. 2019 end is when I signed the film, and 2020 is when I started shooting. And it's been hard because of the pandemic and the various lockdowns, and and we literally have seen that uncertainty, right? And to do a film of this size and this scale and to pull it off, it require anyway. It's a difficult process. So pandemic ने उसको और ज़्यादा मुश्किल कर दिया. But I mean, I have to give credit to not just Boni sir, but also Ajith sir, because he really sort of led from the front. And when everybody's morale was sort of like a little low and people weren't sure कि कैसे होगा, because it's just such a massive set and a massive number of people working, So, and he sort of, I think, told all of us that don't worry, we'll make sure everyone's safe, everyone's taken care of, and we have to make this film. And I'm here, and I'm not leaving till we finish it. And I think wo jo jazba hai na, the way he said it and how he communicated that, I think that just inspired everybody. That come on, no, I mean, I know it's hard, but we can make it happen. And he's truly a leader in that sense. So it's been, I think that enthusiasm and that dedication that he has, that translates somehow to all the fans of his across the world. And I really think that in this film, he's really done something very special. I mean, we all know what a big bike lover he is, and how much he loves doing action. But his film, ko to, I think he's even taken it sort of a notch higher. So that excitement is very justified. I can tell you that much.
All right, so looking forward to Feb 24th, and what is it that fans can look forward to, especially in terms of action?
I mean, I mean, if I can say this very modestly, I think it will be one of the biggest action films that India has ever seen. And it really is a pan-India film in that sense. I think it has something for fans all over the country, and I think they'll connect to it, they'll relate to it. I mean, one shouldn't, and I don't normally like to compare our films to Hollywood or any other industry, but I really feel like the action is really quite up there. And I'm happy that I got to do a little bit of action, as you may have seen a glimpse of in the various promos and trailer, etc. So मुझे उस बात की बहुत खुशी है कि in an Ajith Kumar film I get to shine a little bit, and he was very very sweet throughout the entire process, and बहुत मजा आया. So yeah.
Okay, so हुमा, मैं आपसे एक बात पूछना चाह रहा था. वैसे जनरली कहते हैं कि दैट मर्दों से नहीं पूछना चाहिए कि आप कितना कमाते हैं, तो औरतों तो खैर बिल्कुल बिल्कुल भी नहीं पूछना चाहिए. लेकिन मैं एक सवाल, जस्ट आउट ऑफ क्यूरियोसिटी, आई जस्ट वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड, compared to say your OTT shows or other films that you work in, but when you work in a big commercial film, say like say Valimai, for example, is the remuneration different? Is it better? Is it something that is an attractive proposition as well?
For me, the reason, I don't know, it's never about money. I think I have enough money, but I don't need much money in life, to anyway survive. I have very basic needs. I'm quite middle class like that. So for me, to sign a film or a series, an OTT or whatever, it's never about the money. I can say today very happily and very proudly that I'm making far more than what I was making 2 or 3 years ago.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. And it's not because of, I think, any other reason, but it's only because I think I'm just choosing to work more, and I'm choosing to work harder. And I never think of it, but the reason for doing Valimai was a bigger pay packet, but it was for the experience. Or the reason to do, say, a Maharani is because I'm getting paid more or less or whatever. For me, the reason always is creative. The reason always is I'm constantly thinking, how can I be better as an actor? How can I reach out to more people? How can I penetrate different territories? For me, these are the reasons why I would choose to do a film. I would do a film for free, if I really believed in the film.
All right, and what about Maharani 2? When is it that we can see it?
I'm in the middle of shooting for Maharani too. So as soon as I finish promotions for Valimai, I'll get back on set. And I think March we finish filming, and hopefully by summer this year, Maharani season 2 will be out.
Huma, one last question. So you've had some really fine performances in your career so far, be it Leela, be it Maharani, for example, be it Gangs of Wasseypur, and several more. And now Maharani 2 is coming up. Um, where would you rank Maharani out of all your performances? Is it your best performance yet? Can we say that?
Well, I that's for other people to say and not for me to say. But yes, I had the most fun and I was the most scared doing Maharani. Uh, I didn't know how it was going to be sort of accepted or appreciated. What I did know that I loved the script, and when I heard the script and when I read the script and I read especially all the speeches and all that she had to make, I really connected with the soul of Rani Bharti, and I really felt very moved to the kind of success that Maharani has sort of experienced. I mean, I did not anticipate it. I did not think it. I just had fun, doing it, and it has been my most personal work, I would say, because it's also so not me. So I had to really sort of work very hard. तो शायद मेरा थोड़ा दिल टूटता अगर लोगों को इतनी पसंद नहीं आती, but I think just the outpouring of love has been so phenomenal that I feel very very grateful.
Okay, and after doing Maharani, how politically aware have you become? Maybe you're already politically aware, but do you think that maybe you have become even more politically aware after this?
I think I'm like episode 2 of Maharani, completely not politically aware. I'm still stuck over there. So I think I'll get over there eventually. But I think I'm an actor, and I think right now it's just better to act.
Sensible. That's sensible. That's absolutely brilliant. So- all right. So Huma Qureshi, all the best wishes for Valimai and Maharani and all your future ventures. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Faridoon. Always pleasure talking to you. Bye.